Para mí fue algo que no me lo esperaba. Y sí, me sentí muy mal al saber eso y saber que tenía a mis 2 hermanos. Y pues Baltasar lloraba todas las noches. Y sí, a veces me ponía a llorar a la par de ellos. Pero sí me sentía muy mal al saber que no teníamos ni a mi papá ni a mi mamá. O sea, me cayó todo como a mí. Mi tía solo no daba dónde estar y me tocó ayudarles, o sea, ayudarles en lo que yo podía.
¿Sentiste que asumiste el rol de mamá?
Sí.
In 2011, the Law for Integral Child and Adolescent Protection, or LEPINA law, began implementation in El Salvador. The LEPINA states that every child has the right to live with his or her biological family. This resulted in the closing of countless orphanages in the country, sending more than 5,000 children to live with their family members without any support or follow-up from the government. In most cases, the families were not prepared, able, or even willing to provide the resources or care that these children needed to be safe. Jenny's niece was born in one of these orphanages, and that's how Project RED met the Martinez family. Like the vast majority of families in El Salvador, Jenny's family had many disheartening challenges and unimaginable material needs. RED started helping them in a holistic way, providing emotional, material, and spiritual support. From play therapy, counseling, and spiritual mentoring to beds, and even a home, bathroom, and shower. RED has walked alongside the Martinez family to help them overcome their challenges and grow together. Project RED works to protect children by first working to strengthen their families. RED works with the entire family in hopes that they will become self-sufficient, empowered, and able to break the cycle of poverty for the next generation.
Yo siento que me ha ayudado mucho. Para empezar, me ha ayudado mucho, tanto como en mis estudios y como en la forma que vivo ahora. Todos nos ponemos a pensar que dimos un cambio largo y las cosas están mucho que mejor, tanto familiar, espiritualmente y materialmente. Todo está mejor.
Thanks to the support of our sponsors, Project RED has been able to build homes for more than 40 families, provide counseling and play therapy for over 200 children and teens who have faced trauma, and rescue nearly 100 children from abuse and neglect. Since 2011, Project RED has impacted more than 400 families living in extreme poverty. Each one of us has a story to tell. But these stories don't have to define who we are. Project RED exists so we can transform stories of tragedy into stories of hope for children. And we do this through relationships. We are all transformed by relationships. Relationships with one another and relationships with Christ. That's the heart of Project RED.
On March 21st, the president of El Salvador announced a strict lockdown across the country. The country was controlled by the military and police, who began to arrest people for violating orders without authorization. Our only method of communication with the Project RED families was by phone. A few days after the lockdown started, we began to observe that the vast majority of our families didn't have anything to eat.
The families we serve live on a day-to-day basis. The money they bring in one day buys their meals for the next day. There's no such thing here as unemployment or food stamps. They don't have bank accounts. These people are in survival mode all the time. The average Project RED family only makes a couple of dollars a day, but all of that came to a quick stop when the lockdown started. They couldn't work and therefore couldn't buy food.
We realized that we just couldn't sit in our homes while the families we serve began to go hungry. We had to adjust our work to meet their needs. The first thing we had to do was to take food to our families. The government granted Project RED special permission to deliver food and supplies to our families
The stock at grocery stores was limited, and they didn't want to sell us a lot of things at the beginning of the lockdown. Our team had to build special relationships with people at the stores and convince them that all we wanted to do was help families in need. It turns out we were one of the only organizations in the country that was able to buy such a high quantity of food during that time. We put together relief packs with staple food and hygiene and cleaning products for families, and we delivered them to all of the families that we've ever worked with at RED. Gracias! We had so much support from people in the US and in El Salvador that we ended up being able to deliver relief packs to more than 1,200 families in 20 communities. We did this every single day for 3 months.
Now that the restrictions are not quite so extreme, we're back on track with our normal work with our families, although it looks a little different now.
We're all living in a whole different world now, and at RED, we've had to make huge adjustments in order to follow the government's guidelines regarding COVID. Now, 100% of our work is taking place in the homes of the families, which is not always easy or ideal. We're still bringing hope to these families, and we're still seeing the results, and it's beautiful. We're still able to provide individual and family counseling, play therapy, trauma-informed therapies. We're still building homes and advocating and rescuing abused children. We're still able to do it all. No one ever thought we'd be where we are in 2020. And I couldn't have imagined what our work at RED would look like. But despite all of the challenges, we're doing it. We're making a difference. This year has brought our team closer together, and it's made us stronger and even more committed to changing lives through our work.
God has been with us during all this time, since Project RED started in 2011, and throughout this challenging time. He always has and continues to keep us safe, and we have the privilege of seeing Him work. We're thankful that RED is able to change so many lives and make such a difference.
We seriously have the best team. Everyone was just so willing to help. Our mission at RED is to give families the tools they need to become self-sufficient, but during this extraordinary and strange time, we learned how to do relief work. At the start of all of this pandemic, I thought, I wonder if RED is going to make it. But now I see that 2020 has been the most pivotal year we've had, the year during which we've been able to help more families and children than ever before. The Lord has been so good, and He continues to be. Bridge of Hope is a place where children can receive the tools they need to cope with their trauma, develop into empowered individuals, and learn to live as a healthy family. It's a place filled with love and kindness. It's a place of protection. During each child's time at Bridge of Hope, our team will investigate, interview, and provide information to our government partners about what the family situation is really like. We will advocate for each child to be sent to a healthy and safe home, bringing hope for a much brighter future. Bridge of Hope will be the first of its kind in El Salvador, and it will be the first children's home in the country to keep siblings together. Bridge of Hope's goal is to change the concept of orphanage in El Salvador, and we want to lead the way for other organizations to follow. Over the years, we've fought to protect children not only from their abusers, but from the child welfare system itself. The system has often rejected Project RED's vision. But in 2020, ironically the best year so far at Project RED, we've made huge strides. The new government leaders who were elected last year are listening to us and looking to Project RED for answers. Of the 40 cases so far of children for whom we've advocated this year, all of them have received protection from their abusers. This is a whole new experience, and I believe that God's timing is to thank. It has definitely not been an easy road. It's been a frustrating one, a disheartening one at times, but I do believe that all of these experiences are going to be used for good. I truly believe that Project RED is on its way to impacting policy for child welfare in El Salvador. And policy change will impact millions of children. And whether that's changing policy or giving a glass of water to a child who's thirsty, it is God's work. The love of Jesus is what drives us. And it really is only that love that will allow us to continue to bridge the gap and bring hope to so many. Good evening and welcome to the last day of a week of RED. Just to recap, Project RED stands for Reintegration, Education, and Development. We are a nonprofit organization in El Salvador whose vision is for every child to have a safe and permanent home. Project RED started about 9.5 years ago, right after I had moved to El Salvador. I first came when I was 14 years old, and the Lord called me to be here long term, and I started to see this great need. Many children, thousands of children, were being removed from orphanages when I first got here because of a new law. But what I began to see was really alarming. Children were being sent to homes that weren't ready for them, that weren't necessarily willing or able to take care of them. And that's when Project RED started. What we do at Project RED is to provide support for the entire family. We provide everything that a family needs in order to become self-sufficient and make sure it's a safe place for children. At the same time, we continue to see children being abused. We begin to advocate for the rights of those children so that the children will be able to be safe. And 2 days ago, we started our brand new program, a milestone at Project RED. This is Bridge of Hope. This is an emergency children's shelter for abused children. Bridge of Hope provides a safe place for children during their administrative and judicial processes. We have been waiting for nearly 5 years to open this emergency shelter for abused children. And in the middle of all of the chaos, the Lord has opened the doors, literally, for us to be able to receive children. We are really excited about what's to come for these children who faced all kinds of trauma. And so here we are, and I want to show you Bridge of Hope. So we're going to start with our second house. Our capacity is for 20 children at a time. Now, we just received our first 4 children 2 days ago. We will have them slowly trickle in. For now, we're only using one of the 2 houses. And so this house right now is empty. We use it for play therapy and play sessions. So, welcome to Bridge of Hope. I'm just going to give you a quick tour. This will be an area where kids and families can receive psychological care, therapy, and even a doctor who will come, and a nutritionist that will come once a week. Another one of our bedrooms, bathroom back that way. And I want to mention that Bridge of Hope is specifically geared towards groups of siblings. And this is my favorite, and I think everyone's favorite part of Bridge of Hope. It's the playroom. We do constant play therapy here. So this is a really special place. So this way, and here we have a little study corner, a book corner. Now, I have to warn you, things are a lot more strict COVID-wise in El Salvador. And the government is regulating Bridge of Hope. So we have to go on in to interact with our kids with a lot of gear. So I get to put on this beautiful gown. It's lovely. So join me to go to house 2 of Bridge of Hope. Permiso. No, no te va a agarrar, no te va a agarrar. You did see a really cute guy over there. That one is the husband. One with glasses. And this is some of our team here. This is Sergio. He's one of our childcare workers. This is he's on the phone. This is Alvaro, he's our director. And that's Vanessa, our social worker. ¿Puedes saludar? ¿Cuál es tu cuarto? This is the boys' room right now. ¿Cuál es tu cama? Duermes arriba. Qué chido. He sleeps on the top bunk, so that's cool. And this is the girls' room. This is el cuarto de niñas, ¿verdad? So, we have coconut trees. Really cool. So this is Bridge of Hope. Now, if I can just find my husband. What's up with this? You're not wearing the gown.
I know. I guess they didn't have.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I know. I guess I need to go and get it.
So, we have been here all year in El Salvador. We haven't had the chance to travel back, but this has been, like I said, a really, really blessed year for us. For lots of reasons. Bridge of Hope is open. We're receiving kids. We're literally able to save lives through this. Through all of you, thank you for supporting us at Project RED. Thank you for supporting a week of RED, even though we're not there in Texas with you. We're able to do all of this amazing work, and it is only thanks to all of you. This is really a miracle, and I'm really grateful. We're really grateful because this is a dream come true, and I really, really am grateful for all that you do to make this possible. And we have some news. I'm going to take off my gown. I hope that the government doesn't get mad. Yeah. We do have some news. We're having a baby! So we're having a little baby girl, and her name is?
Elsie?
Elsie.
Haven't decided on the middle name yet.
We don't know, we're open to suggestions. So, like I said, this is a really exciting year for a lot of reasons. And thank you all so much for making it possible. We love you so much and miss you.